What's up everyone, KitaSean here. So we're going to go ahead and do another FGO servant spotlight video, and again it's going to be another swimsuit servant, and it's going to be Bonny and Mary Reed 4-star limited archer from the very first swimsuit event. So as you guys know, Bonny and Mary Reed first came out in FGO as a rider class, a 4-star rider class, and of course Mary Reed takes the lead, Bonny comes in during the Noble Phantasm. Now it's the opposite, Bonny takes the front line and Mary Reed shows up in the NP, and because of this I have hope that Sakamoto Ryoma and Oryo will trade places in the next servant that they come in as, but it's you know, it's something to hope for, but yeah, this time Bonny again takes the lead. So let's go ahead and go straight into the servant skills. Their first servant skill is going to be Beach Flower A+, increase attack of all allies for 3 turns. Level 1 9.5%, level 10 19.5%, and then increase critical star drop rate for male servants 3 turns, level 1 21%, level 10 41%. So yes, this is a weaker version of Tamamo Lancer's skill, but not by much. It's only like by 1, so there's really not too much of a difference there. But again, this skill works very well with male servants, and Bonny actually has a lot of team setups with male servants. So again, we'll talk about that once we get into the team setups. But this skill again is a weaker version of Tamamo, but not by much, and it works very well with male servants. Her second skill is a self-target skill called Treasure Hunt C. Increase critical star gather rate for 1 turn, level 1 300%, level 10 600%, and gains critical stars level 1 5 and level 10 15. So because of the second skill, it allows Bonny and Mary Reed to join any crit team. Even though they're considered a buster servant, you can actually put them into quick teams, arts teams that generate a lot of crit stars so that you can do a lot of crit damage. So yeah, any critical team is really good for this servant, but personally I think the buster critical teams are the way to go, which again we'll talk about once we get into the team setup. So her third skill is going to be Pirate's Glory C+. It's a self-target skill, increase attack for 3 turns, level 1 8.5%, level 10 25.5%, and then it also applies Guts for 1 time, and then it also has a demerit which really sucks, decrease debuff resist for 3 turns, and that's going to be at 50% level 1 through 10. Their class skills are going to be Magic Resistance D, increase debuff resist by 12.5%, and Independent Action A+, increase critical strength by 11%. So their Noble Phantasm Caribbean Freebird Act 2 is a single target buster Noble Phantasm at level 1 600%, level 5 1000%. It also does bonus damage when HP is low, 600% all the way to level 5, and overcharge it decreases enemy defense, so 10% at level 1, 30% at level 5. Command card lineup is going to be 1 quick, 2 arts, 2 busters. Quick card does 3 hits, arts does 2, Buster does 1 hit, Extra does 5 hits, and Noble Phantasm does 9 hits. So because of Treasure Hunt C and Pirate's Glory C plus being self-target skills, and their Noble Phantasm being a single target Noble Phantasm, it allows Bonny and Mary Reed Archer to become your main attacker when you make a team setup. Of course, because of her Beach Flower A+ skill and her skills to gain critical stars, it allows her to become a support / sub attacker servant as well. So in my opinion, I actually believe Bonny and Mary Reed is a very good critical star gain servant, but I do believe when it comes to attack damage support, they could have at least got the full potential. Like, losing a little bit of percentage does hurt a little bit, and it really doesn't allow her to do full damage on the enemy servants or mobs. So bringing servants that allow you to increase damage will help her a lot. Also, because of their MP allowing you to do bonus damage when HP is low, you want to bring servants that can also protect her as well as heal her, because you don't want her to die on the spot. So after using her MP with full max damage potential and that bonus damage, you definitely want to try and heal her up a little bit so that you can keep her alive. So upon NA release, Waiver works perfect for her. Attack up, defense up, MP up. I mean, Waiver works with anyone, obviously. I think that's a no-brainer. Tristan removes mental debuff, apply evade, restore HP, also gains critical stars. So putting them in a team together, they'll be able to gain a lot of stars. So very good for a crit team there. You can also bring Hans to help gain more stars, and you can also heal with his MP, Irish Field for the heal support. Leonidas, you can also increase MP with the Buster skill that he has, so increase Buster for more damage. Mushu for the defense, Nightingale for the heal and Buster up as well. Georgius for the defense up because he has a lot of skills that targets himself, so defense up there, you can use him as a tank. Janna d'Arc for the gain critical stars, stall, and the heal as well. For attacking help, you have Gilgamesh, great attack dealer, archer himself. Star Gather up for 3 turns, high chance to hit criticals even with the crit stars being very low, and he also gets a buff from Bonny's first skill. Ozzy's also a really good one, attack up, MP up, Buster Chain, and plus he's a male servant, so he will get the bonus from Bonny as well. Ku Alter, the really good one, he's a berserker, so he already does a lot of damage. He can also keep himself alive and also again gets the buff from Bonny. So of course JP servants will eventually come into the NA version. So Merlin obviously being the OP support, Buster up, invincibility, attack up, heals, MP gain. Merlin is this the whole shebang and he helps anyone, so he's a no-brainer. And because you're bringing Merlin, you can actually bring a lot of berserkers in a team with Bonny and Mary Reed Archer. So some examples would be Heroine X Alter helps gain crit stars as a quick berserker, anti-saber class noble phantasm, which works perfectly with Bonny and Mary Reed because they're an archer, and sabers are weak against archers, so that works very well there. Cha-Cha is also a good one. She gains a lot of crit stars, so Cha-Cha will end up becoming your main attacker, and Bonny will become that support slash sub attacker. Also Eldorado Berserker will be a really good attacker as well. She can help buff Buster, so Bonny will still end up being your main attacker. So those were some examples for a Buster critical team. So I said this earlier, you can actually throw Bonny and Mary Reed in a lot of critical teams. It doesn't matter, quick, art, as long as they gain a lot of crit stars, you're fine. Bonny Mary Reed will work very well in it. I forgot to mention, upon release, Maria Antoinette Castor will also be a big help because she can buff attack, critical drop rate, critical strength, so she'll be really good as a support slash sub attacker on Bonny and Mary Reed's team. So some CEs that you want to put on Bonny and Mary Reed are anything that increases MP damage, Buster damage, crit damage, and critical gain. Some CEs that you can use in the NA version upon release are going to be CEs like Heaven's Field, Black Grill, Gudao. Probably my favorite one right now is going to be the classic 3 great heroes, increase MP power, crit drop, MP gauge at the start of battle, 40%. And I guess you can use Purely Bloom. I don't know why, like for some reason some Japanese sites that do some guides on FGO highly rate this one on Bonny Mary Reed. I don't know why. I would stay away from the CE. Like I personally hate this CE a lot. Like I don't know why people like it, but I guess Purely Bloom. But that's if you did the Saber Wars event, so I guess you can use that as a replacement. But another one is going to be Summertime Mistress. This is actually a CE that's going to come out during the first beach event, so that works very well on her as well. In the JP version, you have CEs like Pharaoh Chocolata, Cute Orangetti, Trick or Treatment, and then I think 2 CEs that work very well on Bonny Mary that will eventually come out in the NA version are going to be Holy Night Supper and Aerial Drive. So that was my spotlight video on Bonny and Mary Reed Archer. Now again, this is actually my personal opinion on teams that you can put her in, but I actually really want to see what teams you guys put Bonny and Mary Reed in, because I want to learn to see what you guys are building and what other team setups there can be with these servants. So it'd be really awesome if you guys can show me what you guys have down below in the comments. But yeah, that's going to be about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped a little bit, and I will see you guys in the next one. Laters.